Good afternoon, Northwest, and welcome to the November edition of Husky Headlines. I'm Aaron Tribby.
And I'm Kendall Nabraga. Did your class have any problems when the Wi-Fi went out?
We were doing a science lab, so we didn't have very many problems, but I heard some other classes did.
Sumner tells us what happens when the Wi-Fi goes out.
With some students online and some students at home, with teachers from all around the district teaching virtual classes, a Wi-Fi outage creates major confusion due to a break in communication. Blue Valley has taken a closer look at what teachers and students should do in the event of a Wi-Fi outage and even possible snow days.
Well, I think wait for information from us. We'll try to communicate with you either from the building level or from the district level. And I tend to text the kids because I know that they'll probably be able to get text messages on their phone, even if their Wi-Fi is down at their house.
Just sending a note, an email through that saying, I can't get in, my computer won't do whatever, allows me to know that I can stop looking for you, allows me to communicate, here's what I can send you. Maybe I could send you something and you could open it on your phone.
As long as they did what they were supposed to do at home, and usually if they have to submit something through Canvas, and I know they did that, then they did what they were supposed to anyway.
With the possibility of snow days in the coming months, students and teachers need to be prepared to bring home district-provided devices and all the materials they will need for class. The administration has created 3 different options to deal with adverse weather conditions. If adverse weather conditions make travel to and from school unsafe, a remote learning day will take place in which students will check in with their teachers and complete asynchronous work during the day. If adverse weather conditions are only temporary, a delayed start will be implemented for both students going to school and students at home. Lastly, in extreme weather conditions, teachers and students will enjoy a traditional snow day. In all situations, specific details about the schedule for the day will be communicated by administration and teachers. Throughout this year, technology issues have arisen for both students and teachers with Zoom, Canvas, and the most recent district-wide Wi-Fi outage last month.
I don't have an official answer. I just know it was more our intranet, something kind of in-house in terms of Blue Valley went down. So students were still able to access internet and access Canvas and everything outside of Blue Valley. It was really just that here in the building, internet wasn't working, email wasn't working, phones, any of those things that are all connected.
As I walked around the building, some of the teachers who had kids in class were just working with the kids in class. We did send a text message to the kids who were at home to say, hey, the Wi-Fi's down. We'll let you know when it comes back up. And then I think the district also sent a message out to kids and parents.
As teachers and administration became aware of the issue, students held tight both at home and in class.
I was in my first hour AP Lit class. A lot changed. We had originally planned to take an in-class essay that day. All the kids in my Lit class were talking about it, saying like, our essay was supposed to be online, so we can't type it anymore, so it's like we have nothing to do.
I was on the Zoom side, so like I was just waiting for the meeting to start, but obviously the meeting couldn't start without Wi-Fi. We had an activity planned on the AP Classroom, so none of us could do what we needed to because everything required Wi-Fi.
While some teachers only used Zoom for attendance first hour that day, others had content to teach. Teachers throughout the building solved the problem in different ways.
I was lucky that the night before I had pulled open my documents that I wanted to use. So those were in Canvas, but I'd left them open and I'd left my computer on. So when I brought it back to school, those documents were still on my desktop. I have Zoom on my phone and I went ahead and just Zoomed from my phone because I know my personal ID number. And so I just literally held it up and had the kids look at the screen and write it down and then gave them some time and we worked from there.
Mrs. Golden was dealing with it in what I think was a pretty reserved and calm way. She initially told us to text all of our friends who were online for that hour, and so we did, and they kind of got the gist of what was going on.
Buffer time that I had is gone. Ideally, if kids only had one session, they could try the second session, but I have lots of kids who have 2 sessions. When we have situations like this, it just sets us back.
Whether it be a Wi-Fi problem or a snow day, remember to stay calm and flexible in unexpected events like this. This is Sumner Harold for Husky Headlines.
How was that?
I think I prefer to listen to the marching band. Before school started, marching band was canceled for the year. However, in the last few weeks, a small group of students have been practicing to potentially play at future events.
Essentially, we had a marching band season planned with festivals and competitions and parades and things like that. And all those events were quickly canceling over the course of probably 2 weeks. So we were seeing a combination of events that were being canceled along with just a growing concern of the ability to successfully perform in our regular marching band capacity.
My reaction when marching band was canceled was obviously a little bit of disappointment, just because it's an activity that I love to be a part of and I love to have the time to connect with my friends there.
The band has faced many challenges since they started rehearsing.
Marching band is something that's super special at our school. It's something that really brings our school together in a lot of ways. Probably the biggest setback that we've had is time. We started very late for in-person rehearsals, so that was a huge factor.
In order to have rehearsal, there are the obvious things, right? So we all have to wear masks, no sharing drumsticks, and nobody can have a fever, that kind of thing. There are also kind of some different obstacles, like rehearsing without the guarantee of a performance can be kind of rough. It makes me happy to see them take this season and run with it.
Despite the challenges, the band continues to rehearse, improve, and perform when they can.
We're going to be in the stands for the playoff game. We'll be playing a pep band just like you would normally see us in the stands. We'll look a little bit different because we'll be spaced. So all students will be 6 feet apart, or depending on some instruments, they'll be 9 feet apart. So we'll be taking up a little bit more space than what we usually do. The group is entirely optional. So you'll see students who are volunteering to do that.
The reason that I decided to join the volunteer pep band was just because it's been a rare opportunity to be able to play our instruments in general and play in an ensemble setting.
We'll have opportunities throughout the year where we can perform, support our school, support our sports teams, our other activities, and things like that. I know that this is a difficult year for all activities, athletics, academics as well. I just hope that our band can be a support system for our school. I know that we each year provide a lot of energy and spirit to our school, and I know that we'll continue to do that this year.
The pep band will continue to play at as many events as they can in the coming weeks. This is Aaron Tribby and Abby Allen for Husky Headlines.
H-U-S-K.
Kendall, let's leave all the cheering to the cheer team. Grant tells us how they're dealing with change this year.
Cheer is one activity that has continued through the unpredictable year that is 2020. With cheer still being able to attend the games, this gives Northwest sports, teams, and fans some sense of normalcy.
Yeah, games are a lot harder because most of the parents are paying attention to the game, which makes sense, but we also want them to be paying attention to us and helping us make noise, so we do really miss having fans there.
I think with having less fans at the games, it kind of has affected them, because when they win, we don't have like this big crowd cheering like we would last year. But I know there are some fans that are outside of the stadium, so that's always nice to have. And plus we have all the parents and even the band cheering us on, so it makes it really fun.
Although cheer is still able to practice and go to games, there have been major changes to what they do.
Our practices look a little bit different this year. We definitely have been spending more time on tumbling. Typically, I don't devote a whole lot of our practice to tumbling. As far as games go, we can't stunt, but other than that, I don't really feel like the games look that much different other than them having to wear a mask.
Practices look a lot different. It's really hard to yell with masks on, which is a big part of state, is being loud and stuff, and especially games too. But we're working through it, and I think that it's gotten a lot easier.
Even with the changes, the team is glad cheer is still going on. This means a lot, especially to the seniors, with this being their last year.
I'm super grateful that we're still able to cheer at games. I think that our break during the spring really has made us all more appreciative of cheer and when we're able to do it. And even though it doesn't look the exact same, I think we're all happy that we get to participate at all.
I think the team has done really well this year. We have lost a lot of seniors, but seniors now have really taken a step up, and everyone's just been working really well together.
I'm going to miss cheering and the team so much, but I have faith that they'll keep our tradition of cheer going pretty well, but it's going to be really sad. I'm going to miss it.
I will miss the team after this year because I've gotten to know all the girls, and they're all really nice, and I don't know, we all have this family bond and they're all so sweet, so it will be kind of sad.
With their hard work and dedication, the team is aiming high and is looking forward to defending their state title this year. This is Grant Bowen for Husky Headlines.
It must be hard to have to practice basketball with a mask on.
I'm sure it's a challenge. Abby tells us how the boys and girls basketball teams are dealing with COVID.
With basketball tryouts happening this week, the basketball teams have been preparing for a different season with COVID regulations.
First and foremost, the safety of our players and our coaches is going to be the first thing we have to think about every day. And we want to make sure we're in an environment to do that. I think we got to be able to distance as much as we can. I think we need to keep our gym area, basketballs, any equipment we have as clean as possible, and put our guys in a safe environment.
The main changes with COVID are just the restrictions that are put in place. It's important that we really monitor what we're doing and the situations we put ourselves in, because if one person gets it, it potentially brings down the entire team for a couple weeks. The basketball players, anytime that they're not participating in actual play, they'll be wearing their masks. For all winter sports, we're going to limit it to 2 spectators per player. We're going to take all of our precautions and all of our protocols and make sure that we're doing everything we can to keep our athletes, our coaches, and our spectators safe.
Even though this basketball season presents many challenges, the teams are facing restrictions with positivity.
This year is a little bit crazy for every sport, and you have to change a little bit of everything you're doing, so we're just having to adapt to it. There's going to be some changes to how we play. There's going to be changes to what we do off the court. Wearing masks while you're on the bench and even during practice and stuff like that is going to be one of the big things.
We're definitely just going to push through all the different restrictions that they bring us, whether it's masks, social distancing. I don't think it'll hold us back as a team. I think we're just going to stick together, focus on the main goal, which is winning more games.
I don't think the COVID restrictions will hold us back. I think everyone on our team plans to stay healthy and follow all the rules so we can continue to have a season. This year, I think our team's going to approach challenges by just sticking together and being united. That's really important to us to, always be a team and always have each other's backs. So if anything comes up, I'm confident that we'll get through it.
Athletes can help keep the season going by making sure that they're following protocols, wearing masks, washing their hands, socially distancing.
We're going to do whatever's asked of us. We're going to stay in close contact with Mr. Hilton, our athletic director, and we'll do whatever we need to do.
Winter sports plan to start on schedule this year with no planned shutdowns for COVID. The coaches and players are grateful for this and are looking forward to their season ahead.
I'm most thankful for just being on the court with everybody. If we can get the opportunity to get through 20 games, I think that's going to be the most thankful thing.
I'm thankful for my job. I'm just thankful that I can do something I really love to do. Not being able to do it for a long time, you just are really anxious to get back. Just being around young people and seeing them grow and helping them get better, that's so rewarding.
This basketball season, I'm looking forward to, just playing with my teammates for a final year and getting the last season in with my brothers.
I'm definitely looking forward to just getting to play games again with the team. I mean, it's been so long since I've even stepped on the court with them, so I think that'll be a lot of fun.
The Blue Valley Northwest basketball program plans to stay strong and follow all of the COVID guidelines to stay healthy and be able to play their whole season. This is Abby Allen for Husky Headlines.
Hey Aaron, it's time for Top 10.
Oh, yeah. That's better. Good afternoon, Northwest, and welcome to this month's edition of Top 10 Plays. At number 10, we have junior Zach Yates making a toe-tapping interception in the end zone in the game against Shawnee Mission East. At number 9, we have senior Lauren McCarty getting a kill off a pass from sophomore Elena Pearson versus Blue Valley West. At number 8, we have junior Drew Kaufman getting a pick 6 in the game against Shawnee Mission East, making the score 42-7 on October 29th. At number 7, we have senior Maddie Clark getting a kill off a set from freshman Lauren Crom in the game against Blue Valley West. At number 6, we have junior Mikey Pauley throwing a touchdown to sophomore Grant Stubblefield in the game against Blue Valley West. This touchdown broke the school record for the most career passing touchdowns. The Huskies would win this one 42-21 on October 23rd. At number 5, we have senior Carolyn Thurby placing 11th place at the Cross Country State Championship on October 31st. At number 4, we have junior Andrew Mason placing 8th at the 6A Boys Cross Country Championship, followed by his teammate, sophomore Sam Hurley. At number 3, we have the football team beating Shawnee Mission East 42-14 on October 29th in the opening round of the playoffs. This was the football team's first playoff win in 11 years. At number 2, we have senior Riley Beach placing 2nd in the 6A State Cross Country Championship on October 31st, with a time of 18 minutes and 43 seconds. Just finally, at number 1, we have the girls cross country team finishing 2nd overall at the Cross Country State Championship. The team was led by Beach's 2nd place finish and top 20 finishes by senior Carolyn Thurlby, junior Lexi Lease, and junior Cecilia Fisher. The Huskies finished just 1 point behind the state champion, Olathe West. This is Aaron Chibby with the help of Max Smith bringing you this month's edition of Top 10 Plays.
Wow, that was quick. You must like running.
No, it's actually my least favorite thing to do.
Clearly, the girls' cross-country team likes it more than you do.
After winning regionals, the girls' cross-country team traveled to Wichita to compete against the top 12 teams in the state of Kansas. Beating out 10 other teams, the girls placed runner-up with individual Riley Beach finishing 2nd overall. We went behind the scenes with the team on their trip to state.
We're here for the team's achievements. We're here for the shared collective experience of the state cross country championships. plays their corner swim.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. We're ready now.
You got this. You got this.
Look ahead and see the starter, and as he raises his hands and the gun fires, feel that rush.
Runners, take your mark.
Feel the strain, feel the oxygen leaving your body. And you head towards the finishing straight. Chase a little harder for the teammates that are in your head and the teammates that are in your heart, and be ready and content knowing that we've done our job, that we've been a leader, and that we've been a Husky for one last race this year.
Blue Valley Northwest with 60 points. And in second place today, senior Riley Beach.
Blue Valley Northwest scored 60 points, only a point behind the state champion, Olathe West, with 59 points. Despite coming up short on their ultimate goal, the team reflects on the gratitude they feel for the opportunities they were given.
We had a lot of successes today, and maybe they weren't, winning, but ultimately winning doesn't matter. Nobody's going to remember in a couple of years, and what matters is these girls. We're going to remember this day that we were together.
We need to be proud of what we did. I know that a lot of us might think we could have done better, but I think we all did the best of our abilities.
I'm so proud of them. I am so glad that we got this opportunity to race here and actually have a season, and we got to give one more push at the end. But I'm so excited to see what they can do in the future because I know how hardworking all of them are.
I'm really proud of them, and I know that we all gave our all today. They're going to continue to be even better than they think they can be. These girls are probably some of the best people I've ever been around, and they really helped me grow as a person, so I'm beyond thankful for them, and I'm going to miss them a lot next year.
This season, the girls won first in the EKL, first at regionals, and completed their season with a second-place finish at state. The runners say this is a season they will never forget. This is Abby Allen for Husky Headlines.
Hey Kendall, what are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for my cats.
Let's see what the rest of the Huskies are thankful for.
With Thanksgiving only a week away, we went around the school and asked students what they're thankful for. Alrighty, what are you thankful for?
I am thankful to have such a great community around me and a great family and great friends.
I'm thankful for my friends and my family and the opportunities I've been given.
What are you thankful for?
I'm also thankful for my friends and family, and I'm also thankful for the life I've been given.
I am thankful for Miss Schumacher. She's our club sponsor, and she is awesome. Yeah.
I guess I'd say I'm thankful that we're still able to have school, whether it's virtual, in person, or a combination of the both. And I'd like to give a quick shout out to Miss Glicker, my AP Psych teacher. It's her first year teaching, but you wouldn't know it. She's a really great teacher. Thank you.
Gotcha. Okay, what are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for my cousin and my family in general, and I'm really thankful for all my teachers because they're pretty awesome.
I'm thankful for the weather right now because it's really nice and it's not too cold. That could change, but it's really nice right now.
I'm thankful for Mr. Titus for making honors geometry the coolest class I've ever had.
I'm thankful that we're back in school. I'm glad we're all being safe, wearing our masks and everything. Thankful for friends and family, classic.
There's so many things I'm thankful for, especially living around here in such a nice area and just being able to go to school. Just basic things like that you don't really think of every day. It's definitely about the things that you just don't really think about, but then once this time comes around every year, it really starts to be empathized on what you actually care about and what's important to you.
I'm thankful for all teachers because they're teaching us in a pandemic with masks, so it's probably really hard.
I am thankful for the opportunity to go to school and to see my friends and for good music and family and all that.
I suppose I'll give a shout out to Mr. Pollock. He's been awesome the past 2 years to me, and that class has been super fun to take.
I would do a shout out to Mr. Lundeen, best band teacher I've ever had.
I'd love to shout out Mrs. Trader, Mrs. Potter, and Mrs. Goldbranson, all doing great stuff during such hard times. Thank you guys.
Remember to be thankful this holiday season. This is Sumner Harold and Seth Williams for Husky Headlines.
Kendall, did you know that I'm the best at setting the table for fancy dinners?
I think I trust Daniela more.
Welcome to this month's edition of H2 How To. With Thanksgiving coming up as well as holiday dinners, it's important to know how to set the table properly, as well as how and when to use these utensils. These simple skills are a necessity in life.
To set a table for a more formal occasion, you'll need placemats or a runner, dinner forks, salad forks, knives, spoons, plates, bread plates, water glasses, and dessert forks or spoons. First, you're going to put the placemat or runner down, and then place the large plate in the center with the small bread plate on top. Place the salad fork to the left of the plate and the dinner fork to the right of the salad fork while placing the napkin here. Place the knife on the right side of the plate with the serrated edge facing inwards. Place the dinner spoon to the right of the knife. Place the glass above the knife so it is above and to the right of the plate. Then you'll place the dessert fork or spoon above the plate. Repeat this for every seat someone will sit at. If this is a more laid-back occasion, you'll set the table like this. When eating with the table set for a more formal occasion, remember to start with the utensils on the outside and work your way to the plate. This fork is mainly used for salads, this one is for the main meal, and the spoon and knife are as well. The dessert fork or spoon is used for dessert. The bread plate is used for bread, and the main plate is for your main course.
And look at that, you just learned how to set the table for special occasions and how and when to use these utensils. Hope you all have a safe and great Thanksgiving. This is Aniela Cabrera for Husky Headlines.
Man, it sure does stink that we don't have homecoming this year. I always loved voting for the king and queen.
Ali shows us what student government is doing to recognize more seniors.
Due to the coronavirus pandemic preventing students from celebrating homecoming, a new award titled Distinguished Senior is replacing homecoming royalty this year. This award will honor a total of 33 seniors over 3 seasons of activities, as opposed to the 6 seniors that would be honored by royalty at the different school dances in a normal year.
So we were thinking about what is an alternative to homecoming court. Homecoming was supposed to be in September, the football schedule got messed up, kids can't even go to games, so what is something different where we can still honor seniors? So we're going to create a plaque that this person could have. We've asked each coach and sponsor to say a little something about this person, like why were they chosen, and then so we're going to put their name, their sport, and then a little blurb about the why versus just distinguished senior. They might not be the best athlete, or they might not be the best writer, or the most distinguished person in the band, but there's someone that stands out because they're a leader and an example.
I was so surprised when I got the award. I didn't realize that it was gonna be something that big and a plaque was gonna be given to me, and I just walked into my classroom, Dirks was standing there with the plaque, and I didn't think it was for me, so I was just really surprised.
I was actually really surprised. I wasn't expecting it at all because I'd never heard about it, but it was really cool. And I'm glad I got recognition for it.
The Distinguished Senior Award was created to keep students safe by discouraging homecoming celebrations, but many see benefits beyond just safety.
We can honor the fact that we want to keep kids safe, but still discourage them from partying on the weekends. I also want to make sure that I'm in school with you guys. And what that means is not having homecoming right now, and that sucks. But I think this could be something really cool that because of the situation we're in, we're forced to look at something different.
I know it can be a little frustrating because I know even me, everyone looks forward to homecoming their senior year. So I think it's a really cool idea and change because of COVID. But I think it'd be great to have both homecoming court and this award because I think it recognizes the whole senior class.
Because this award honors students from a variety of different activities, it creates the opportunity for more students to be recognized.
Honestly, I think it recognizes people who maybe are into different things, and especially since a bunch of different activities are being nominated, each senior from a different activity, I think it incorporates a level of inclusivity that it didn't before, and so I think it makes people from all the different activities know that people see them and they are valued for all that they've contributed to Blue Valley Northwest. And so it means a lot that my team chose me.
My overall thoughts, I think
The Distinguished Senior Award is important because I think there's a lot of students that fly under the radar despite having like really good core characteristics about themselves. I mean it when I say there's a lot of individuals that go without being acknowledged. I think it's really great that we're taking time out of our school year to do that for our seniors.
This kid might not have been nominated at all, but they stand out within their organization. They just might not be the most popular, or people don't think about them because they aren't always in the forefront. Sometimes they're a leader in the background. And popularity and leadership don't necessarily have to be mutually exclusive, but I think this way we're really looking at the character of the person versus can they get the most votes.
Along with Granholm and Desai, the following seniors were honored as the Fall Distinguished Seniors. Shore Ramanujan for debate, Josh Robinson and Dominique Gruda for band, Blaine Deppie for football, Will Vankrum for boys soccer, Madison Mead for girls golf, Cameron Quick for boys cross country, Carolyn Thurlby for girls cross country, and Amita Ganesh for student government. Despite being created out of necessity, this award has the potential to continue honoring more students even after things start returning to normal. This is Allie Brenneman for Husky Headlines.
That's it for the November edition of Husky Headlines.
Have a great day, Northwest.